Hey everyone, welcome back to the Stock Voyager channel. Okay, so have you ever wondered how to make money with stock pump and dumpers, pumpers, uh, like Mr. Zack Morris, Tommy Copes, and then many others? Actually, there's a list right there. Yeah, right there. These are their Twitter handles. A lot of the FinTwit pumpers handles. So you should follow them even if you don't plan on um, trying to make money with them, or even if you avoid, well, I guess especially if you avoid stocks that they're pumping, because you don't want to be a part of it. So even if you avoid those stocks, or if you want to like follow them and see what they're looking at, go ahead and follow them. That is a list from Tommy Copes, oh hey Tommy, on Twitter. So I'm going to go over kind of rules to understand as you start to follow pump and dumpers, if you follow pump and dumpers, and what they do and how they make money with the trades that they do. You not probably not going to be able to make as much as they make. So if you're seeing that they're making millions a day, you probably won't make that much, depending on, I guess, how much you trade with. But it's set up to really benefit them, and then to kind of secondarily benefit their followers if their followers know what they're doing. If not, you're paying for what they're pushing. Like you're paying them the millions that they're making every day or per week or year or whatever it is. So understand that. Okay, so first off, they're all garbage. Listen,
Great recovery on CYN, guys. Like I said, 3.5 million flow. Quiet period ends soon. They can't offer. They can't sell. So these are fucking easy money. They all end up going hard. Yeah, we're going to have some dips and some ugly days. That's all part of the game. That's why we're swingers. You know, we're not selling that day. Yeah, we're going to sell when it's really pretty. Then we're going to find a new one and do the same with that one. We're not in these companies because we think they're profitable. No, they're all garbage. All right. Love you. Bye.
okay, so maybe not everything that everybody is pushing on their Twitter or to their followers is garbage, but a lot of the stocks on the stock market are garbage. Like they're overpriced. Some of them are underpriced, but there's a lot of garbage. There's good stocks, obviously, but there's also just garbage, and that is what, at least for Mr. Zach Morris, uh, what he looks for is garbage stocks that maybe have some good catalysts coming, things that could make the stock spike a little bit, but it's not going to make the company super great. And a lot of times these stocks, most times, are low float. There was one stock that I've seen him do that was extremely high float, CEI. But most of the stocks that he push, one, are garbage, and two, have a low float, which makes them move and spike faster, which gets the attention of more people, even on lower volume. And whenever you get the attention of more people from a spike, then those people get in, make it spike higher, especially if it's a low float. So then you have like multiple spikes, and it's just easier to control. Um, okay, excuse me. Don't get in on the initial spike. Wait. So here is Zach uh, talking about Strand, which is the company that Strand and Company, STRN, which is the company he's currently pushing, currently pumping. So he made this tweet, and then you see here this spike, um, where it, at the end of the day here, it went from kind of being lower and then spiked up. That was from this tweet. But you look now, as of this morning, it was like 584. So it's kind of fallen off of that. So understand that he's already in it whenever he makes his tweet. Like he's already has a position in there. He probably just recently got back in. He makes the tweet, the stock spikes, he gets out. And I feel like most times he's probably, and all these pumpers are probably out and don't hold stocks overnight because you don't know what can happen pre-market. A lot of these companies can do offerings and it's just too unpredictable. So you take your money out, and I'm going to cover that in a minute, but get out instead of staying in overnight. Okay. So this is Strand. This is the current company he is working on pushing. We are going to look at CEI. Okay, so this is on Google Finance CEI. This shows what the stock has done over the last 6 months. This started, I think he really started pushing it, CEI, like right in here, like really pushed it hard. And then this is whenever he really started pushing it. And then gradually it got up to here. Originally, his goal was, well, I guess he probably started down here somewhere. His goal was like $1. And he said that was his price target and said, don't expect anything above $1. Well, then it kind of went, but he kept on pushing it. And then eventually it became, oh, well, this stock can go to $3. And then it became this stock can go to $5. But then here there was a short report and it fell off. And then, or I don't know if that's when the short report, I think there was a short report initially. Then there was an even bigger short report and it really fell off. And then gradually, and then people still held on to it and kind of had hope that it could come back up. I think he mentioned it one more time to kind of give, like, I think people a chance to get out. And then it just kind of done this. And this happens. You don't want to be with a garbage company just holding bags, hoping that it reverses, because you can be using your money elsewhere, either going into whatever next stock he is pumping, or finding your own stocks to get into and invest or trade or swing. You don't want to be left holding, and you don't want to hold for a long period of time. Now then, you could very well trade this stock every day. Get out at night, get back in the morning, let it spike, whatever you feel comfortable with. And you can do that with any stock. But just holding on to it and just hoping for the best is not a good strategy. Have a plan and cut your losses whenever you have the chance, because even though you may think, oh, well, it can't drop any further than this, it can. It may not, but it definitely can. So that was another one of his pushes. So we'll go to don't stay overnight. Don't stay overnight. And they will tell you this. A lot of the pumpers will tell you, take your profits. So get in during the market. I don't get in pre-market on anything just because I know things, like I know offerings can happen pre-market and oftentimes do. And plus volume just isn't there. Volume is your friend. Volume is your friend whenever you're trading stocks. So you want to, I usually will wait until between 9:30 and 10, sometimes between 9:30 and 11 or 12, and wait for a good entry into a stock before getting in. And I have before held overnight, but I have been burned too many times holding overnight to not take that risk going forward. So you can do what you want. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm not giving you financial advice. I'm telling you what I do. You do whatever you're comfortable with. Just know that there's risk with holding overnight and with trading in pre-market and after hours. So because the volume goes way down in pre-market and after hours, and anything can happen. And yes, you can miss a spike, but I would rather miss a spike than be stuck in a spike. I can recover from missing a spike. I can't always recover from an offering and the stock dropping. I can't. So I would rather not take that risk. So don't stay in overnight. My opinion, not financial advice. Leave below target price. A lot of pumpers and institutions and other like talking heads will give you a target price. They'll say, "Oh, well, I can see this going to $10 and the stock will be at 5 or something." Okay, great. Great. So they're talking at 5 about it going to 10. I'm going to be out by like 8.50. And just because I'm going to be safe. Is it leaving money on the table? Yes. But again, I would rather leave money on the table and get out safe and have made a little bit of profit. Maybe even go to 9. Like I might even go to 9 if they're saying 10. But I probably won't go above 9. But I would rather get out with a little bit of profit than to be in something whenever there's a short report that comes out and the stock drops like what you see with CEI. Like I don't want to be that person. So then the further it goes on, the more risky it becomes. So just know what you're doing there. Know that they are probably going to be out. They're definitely going to be out before their target. So you should be out before their target too. And there's no way of telling what their actual personal target is. They may see the stock going to 10. I'm not saying they're lying, but they're probably going to be out before it gets to that 10. So just be careful. Be careful in the stock market in general, but also be careful with following pumpers and what their target price is. But be careful with following institutions and other talking heads with what their target price is too, because sometimes they're like way out there, and no, don't do that. Okay, so those are the rules. That's what I'm telling you. That is the best strategies to follow. Only follow and do what pumpers are doing if you know what you're doing. If you feel confident about what you do. Because if not, you end up being the one that pays for them making $1 million a day or a year or whatever it happens to be. You're the one that's paying for their profits. So don't be dumb about it. Don't buy whenever a stock is like in the green and doing great. Like he'll tell you, like Mr. Zack Morris will tell you, buy whenever it's ugly, sell when it's pretty. So, and that's not a general rule for stock market, but that's a rule whenever you're following pumpers. Buy whenever it's ugly and sell whenever it's pretty. So, and also know that if they stop talking about it, there's a chance they may not ever come back and talk about it. So you could be stuck and you want to cut your losses sooner than later. Trust me, sooner than later. Okay, that's all I have. I hope this video helped somebody. If it did, be sure to subscribe and like. I will be back very soon. Love you all so much, and I'll see you later. Bye. Mwah.